Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, and thank you for joining me for practice today. For those of you who are new here, I am Emily, I am your yoga teacher, and before we get started I want to remind you to, if you like this class, hit like and subscribe and hit the bell if you want to get notified whenever I post something new here. And if you like my classes, if you like this one, and maybe you've taken some other classes with me, I want to encourage you to download the Yoga Lioness app. It's for iPhone and for Android. And in there are some free exclusive classes. And there is also my monthly membership. In that membership, you get a 20 to 30 minute yoga class every day. Once a week, you get a completely new class. And there are some meditations, some movement breakdowns, yoga nidras in there. And also you get access to the private Facebook group, which is a place where the participants cheer each other forward, they inspire each other, all helping each other out to create a consistent yoga practice and a healthy way of life. So if you like the sound of that, please hit the link here below and check it out. And now let's get started with today's class. Hey there and welcome to this week's Yoga Talk, Some Words from Emily. This week I'm planning to share some of my best tips to create a meditation habit, since you in the Yoga Lioness membership nowadays you also get a meditation or a yoga nidra every week. And I have had a meditation practice doing it every day for over 4 years now. That is more than 1,500 days in a row. So I kind of have a bit of the hang of it now, but it takes a while. So don't be discouraged if it takes a long time. And I was just going to share some tips really around and some of the things that I found make it easier. So first of all, don't try to sit in a particular way. So there is no point of you being super uncomfortable. I always sit on a quite large pillow. There is a lot of talk about that you have to have your knees lower down. If I do that, my legs tend to fall asleep so much more easily, and that is always not really helping my meditation. So if you just try to find a position that works for you in your meditation, but also do not lie down unless it's a yoga nidra, because it is so much easier to fall asleep if you lie down. Also, try to do meditation in the morning, also because of the risk of falling asleep if you do it in the evening when you are already tired. Try to find a place where you are not disturbed. It is disturbing when you hear somebody's calling your name or so on when you try to meditate. So do your best to try and find a place where you are not that easily disturbed. And also start with some guided meditation, and then eventually you might find that you want to trickle along into some more unguided meditation practices. I started with guided meditations and then they became less and less guided, and now I have a completely unguided meditation practice every day. When you found that you're doing your unguided meditation, it is very good that if you find a ritual and a strategy for you to come into the meditative state, meaning that you make some sort of a body scan, you listen into the sounds around you, one each at a time. And maybe for me, myself, when I've done that, I always go through the chakras and find where I feel a little bit stagnant and where there is something to work with. So, and after that, you can just go into that state of stillness, of stilling the mind, stilling your thoughts. But try to find that so you actually have like a ritual for bringing yourself into that state. Also make a difference between the thoughts that you're thinking and the thoughts that appear. So what I mean about when I say when you're thinking thoughts, that's when you start to think about something and you continue and you kind of get lost in a story, and all of a sudden you find yourself far, far away from being in that meditative state. However, when you are in that state of stillness, thoughts can appear. And those feel like they're just thoughts coming from, from above and just landing in your mind. And they can be really, really good ideas. So they can be clarity around something that you have been struggling with finding clarity around. So don't think of those ones as when they are not really the same, at least not to me, as when I'm thinking myself. These are just thoughts that my subconscious is delivering to me when I meditate. So I think that was it for my meditation tips for now. I also love to create a ritual around when I start my meditation, and I will talk about that in another one of these videos, how I set the intention with incense, with crystals, and with creating a space for my meditation.